Ever tell you about the mom that hit on me?
I have heard remnants.
So here's the uncomfortable one. Hammered drunk, as teachers do at parties.
There was a mom who murdered her husband's girlfriend, and she came to a parent-teacher conference to use it as her alibi.
So this kid, 11th grade, plagiarized an entire essay. Then a couple weeks later, he did it again. And so this time, I called his parents, and I've talked to his dad, and his dad was so mad at me.
We have parent-teacher conferences. She comes in, slams the door open, is like, hey.
Because I'm like singing in a good mood. We're going to learn today. But we're also I'm very serious at the same time.
The kids were
got to keep on moving.
Exactly.
I would love that.
That's how
I'd
it's
be
supposed
into
to go. During the parent-teacher conferences, the dad showed up with 2 pairs of boxing gloves. And then he puts his on. I'm not getting my teeth knocked out by someone's dad.
Give me some boxing gloves. I will knock your teeth. What one of my students said? I'll knock your tooth loose. What up, people? Welcome to the Teachers Off Duty podcast. I'm your host, Honest Teacher Vibes. We hyper up in here today.
Way
I got
too
2
hyper,
of my ADHD
honestly.
homies with me. Tell
What
them
we do.
who you are.
Hi, I'm Anna Cowell, a.k.a. Read Away with Miss K.
AZ.
Do we always have to say the handles? Because mine's like,
Yours is
mine's a little out there.
douchey material.
Oh,
Well, I felt like I was just
Ooh.
reading what you said.
you said you didn't read it right. You didn't read it right at all. I was
Tyler,
going to
you
say
are
that
the-
mine's embarrassing. You said
Tyler-
mine's douchey.
Taylor, you're the least douchey person I've ever met.
Look how nice that was.
That's a backtrack, Anna. We got to know a
First of all,
backtrack.
That was
I say
genuine
what I
and
want to. I say
heartfelt.
if I really felt some kind of way about you, I say it. I'm too aggressive right now. I'm sorry. Tyler, I love you. And
Where she's like, that's not fair. I need to calm down.
sorry.
Yes, that's the one.
My
name-
bad. Condolences to your puppy.
Not you quoting yourself. That's so crappy. Now you're the douche.
First of all, you got more followers than me, okay? I had to do something.
I'll
My
take that.
students were like, that guy that's on the podcast, but you got more followers than you. I was like, I know. Shut up.
Just wait
bro.
until that kid realizes that means nothing in the real world.
In their mind it is.
My name's Tyler Jakowski, otherwise known as Fishing for Clout on Facebook.
What?
Fishing for Clout on TikTok and at Tyler Jakowski Official on Instagram.
This the eighth episode in 2 days. He said he tired.
Listen, I think it's just so easy to screw up, which I'm like, okay, let's just say Fishing for Clout for the next 20 years.
I want to know.
But now it's
like,
on a plaque.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
it should be. He got his 100,000 follower plaque from YouTube.
I saw the congratulations.
'Cause he's fancy.
Freaking
Shit for
haters.
clout.
I said, look at my son.
Hell yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Do y'all's kids do that?
It kind of got me in my feels a little bit.
It made me feel some
Because
type of
it's
way when I
like
got mine.
it's like TikTok doesn't do anything to like reward. Like
Yeah, you don't get no
obviously
plaque
they
or
let
whatever.
you make money, they let you do brand deals and all this, but like I don't know, a plaque is
But the
nice.
plaque is
We
nice. And
love
it's
a plaque.
glass too.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the part of
Mine's
it
like
is-
reflective, and then there's another one that's gold, and then there's another one that when you get like 100 million, you get like it's like black diamond.
100 million is crazy.
It's something crazy. What? There's like a maroon red one.
Where did
You
you
know-
put it?
It's in Ranya's apartment next to like all our
crazy.
creator stuff. She made
Cute.
this little like this adorable little like streaming corner where she does her little streams and she
I need
plays
to
her
know
video
her.
games.
I need to know her.
She's the cutest thing in the
I
world.
love
Oh
how
my
he
Here we
god.
talks
go
about
again.
her.
Oh
I
my
just-
God.
You gotta act like this.
You gotta step
No,
it
she
up.
is-
Tyler makes me hopeful that there's
Yeah.
good men in the
No,
world.
she's a real one because it's like even like Valentine's Day when we flew out.
Mhm.
I flew out on Valentine's Day. She's like, it's cool. We'll go the night before.
Yeah.
The cutest thing in the world. She like
She's
it's
a
completely
keeper.
cool.
You know
She
what's
really
the cutest
is.
thing in the world? The Board Teachers Comedy Tour.
Yep.
You
Transitions.
know who can
So
be cute?
cute.
You know who can be the cutest thing in the world? You at the Board Teachers Comedy Tour. Let me
Mhm.
tell you where we're gonna
Cute
be,
little teacher
people.
tease.
Don't forget
Cute-
that.
Hey, I like me a cute teacher
I
too.
love
Okay.
a teacher
Can't go
tease.
wrong.
Tonight, May the 15th, we'll be in Keene, New Hampshire. May the 2nd, Utica, New York. May the 3rd, Williamsport, Pennsylvania. May the 4th be with you.
Hey.
New Haven, Connecticut. May the 8th, Kansas City, Missouri. May the 9th, Salina, Kansas. May the 10th, Omaha, Nebraska. And Canada teachers, it's your time to shine. Pew, 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 pew.
Oh,
Don't miss out.
Canada.
Tickets to the Canada dates of our 2025 World Tour just dropped. It just went on sale. Grab yours before they're gone. October the 15th, we will be in Regina,
Saskatchewan?
Thank you. Thank you. And
She doesn't know how to say
October
Saskatchewan.
the 16th, we will be in Saskatoon.
Saskatoon.
Sa-
Saskatchewan.
Thank you. October the 17th.
I could be, by the way, I could be saying that wrong this every single time.
I feel happy that you're doing it.
if you
not
say
me.
it confidently, you're going to think I'm right.
I mean, I thought you was right because you
No,
did
I have
say
no
confidently.
idea. Go in
Man,
the
Tyler,
comments.
shut
Tell me,
up,
am I
Tyler.
saying it right? Write it phonetically in the comments.
Sick of this, man.
I could have been like Saskatchewan.
I
And
was
she's
like,
like,
I'm
yes,
doing
that.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
If you say
Everybody's
it
doing
convincingly
great.
enough, people will believe it.
That's it.
October the 17th, Edmonton, Alberta. October the 18th, Calgary, Alberta. And October the 19th, Victoria, British Columbia. October the 23rd, North York, Ontario. October the 24th, Kingston, Ontario. October the 25th, Montreal, Quebec. October the 26th, Halifax, Nova Scotia. Thursday, November the 13th, London, Ontario. November the 14th, Kitchener, Ontario. November.
Give me a brand new month. Love it.
November the 15th, Hamilton, Ontario. And November the 16th, 2 days before my birthday,
Hell yeah.
Winnipeg, Manitoba. Hey,
No better place to celebrate it.
come out to the Board Teachers Comedy Tour, man. We have a good time.
That's
Them
time.
shows be litty lit. We be turned up.
I can only
We
imagine.
be turned up and we stay turned up. You know what else be turned up sometimes? Parent-teacher conferences.
Ooh, that segue was
I
that
don't-
one.
I don't know what parent-teacher conferences you're doing. They're either like unpleasant or horrible.
That's what I mean by turned up.
Yeah.
Turn up is unpleasant or horrible.
I don't want a turned up parent-teacher conference. Anything that's not it being calm and us having a calm discussion be turned up. I don't want no turned up parent-teacher conference. I don't want to have to go to a parent-teacher conference.
No.
I don't want a parent-teacher
I
conference.
ever tell you about the mom that hit on me?
Let's hear about it.
I have heard remnants.
So here's the uncomfortable one. So the first school that I worked at, there were a lot of parents who also worked at the school. And we had so many grades that there were like hundreds of teachers that you like never see each other or whatever. And we had like this big like teacher get together. I think it was like Christmas or something. And there was one teacher who was also the mother of one of my students.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
Wait, so a
It's-
coworker and a
she's a coworker, but also the mother of one of my
Got it.
students.
Okay.
So we're at this party. I think it was a Christmas party. It was either like Christmas or some other
Always
celebration.
them daggum Christmas parties,
The
man.
Christmas parties are mental.
That's how Die Hard started.
Did we sit down and talk about that?
We talked about it.
We talked
Yes.
about it.
Yes.
Oh, those are mental. Whole different day. However, so they're playing music, and like they're playing like salsa music and dance and all this.
People are getting
And this
loose.
mom is getting just hammered drunk, as teachers do at
Aw.
parties, because we know
Yes,
how
they
to
do.
do it. And then she started like kind of grinding on me, and I was sort of like,
I would have kicked her in the back.
no, I played like the
Me.
I played like the Irish exit where I started like walking backwards, and I was like, "You're gonna be dancing alone pretty soon,
Irish
dancing with the
exit.
Holy Spirit." Irish exit, you leave without telling anyone. You didn't know what that is?
You don't do that?
You've never done an Irish exit?
I feel like
Oh, I guess I do it all the time. Because
Yeah.
I was gonna
nobody
say.
permission to leave. If
Yeah,
I
no,
wanna
you've
go,
been
I'm
Irish
gone.
exiting your whole life.
Oh, okay.
just
Well.
slide
There you
on
go.
out.
Yeah,
Nobody
so I
needs
was
to
like
know.
sort of backing up.
Yeah.
And then like the night went on and I'm going to like chalk it up to saying like inappropriate things were said.
All
to
right.
me.
Thank you, Tyler, for
Okay.
leaving it at that.
Yeah.
Fast forward about a week.
Oh,
We have
About a
parent-teacher
week ago,
conferences.
Oh no.
Didn't talk,
This is
obviously didn't
awkward.
hear anything from her because I'm living my life and working.
Yeah.
And then parent-teacher conferences come in. She comes in, slams the door open, is like, "Hey,"
Oh.
Ooh, I don't
Girl,
like that,
didn't know
hey.
you like
and then
this.
sits down. I'm like, "Let's look at his map scores."
His map
And it was
scores.
just
Here
like-
we go.
She's
it
like,
was
you want to talk about
awkward.
map scores at a time like this?
Yeah, no. I mean, she wanted to talk about anything else, but it's like you knew that it was tough because you knew that there was context that she knew about, that I knew about, that we both knew that the other knew about.
Oh.
And I was like, we're going to talk specifically about your son.
Because ain't nobody told you to shake a tail feather on me. I was minding my business.
Yeah,
You the one
exactly.
came over here with all that pomp and circumstance. I had no vested interest in this.
Where were you when this happened?
Bree's upset.
I would have been like,
love
this is my lawyer. Stop with your pomp and circumstance.
Hey, you make me nervous saying I can be your lawyer because I'm telling you, both of us going to jail. Because literally, if you was the lawyer, Your Honor, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. If I was the lawyer, Your Honor, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. And respectfully, how are you on the bench?
It'll be you, me, and the judge in the same cell.
Look, y'all ain't never seen my deal. He said, go to hell. I told him to go to hell. He said, go to jail. That's why I'm locked up right now.
Jesus Christ.
That's how it be.
And that's where
I-
you're going to start
I
writing your
needed Bree.
memoir.
I needed
I
Bree in
would have
that
kicked her in the
moment.
back. Get off my brother. he ain't got no girl, but you can't be her. Because why you dancing on him like that? Get your little hot self over there and dance somewhere else.
There's no instinct, or there's like no situation in which I would be like, yeah, why not like hang out with the mother of one of my students?
I can't.
Why wouldn't I?
I mean,
like
I
that
can't.
only makes sense,
Yeah,
right?
Because then what
Hell
if
no.
What if y'all dated and then you broke up? How awkward would that
Yeah,
be?
and then I got to be like, you know what? Your kid gets a D on every assignment.
Yeah.
They could challenge every grade you ever gave them. Shut up, Tyler. Move on.
Yeah, no, that's a bad situation for me. But that was a parent-teacher conference. That was the most horrific situation, and I didn't want to be there at all. I just kind of like disassociated.
I would have
Yeah.
tried to just, fade into the background on that.
I tried to
one for
Irish exit. It didn't
sure.
work.
It's nice to know that I make a lot of Irish exits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think a lot of people do. I think we're
Why is it called an
normalizing it
Irish
more.
exit though.
I don't know the
Like Irish
origins
people
at
will just
all.
leave and not.
Sure, it
tell
has
nobody
something to
something?
do with like Irish people at a bar and then they just leave without telling anybody.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Does
clue.
that have to do with not paying the tax?
All my Irish friends do that.
Like,
That-
you ain't pay your
I hope
tab.
it's not because of that. I mean, I
hope it
paid
ain't
my
'cause of that.
tab.
Hey, I
Let me
like
just
St.
say.
Patrick's Day.
No, I got Irish friends. You'll turn around. You'll be like, where the hell did Jimmy go?
Wait,
He's
Jimmy?
gone. Yeah, no.
Where were you?
J-
'Cause tonight will be the night.
No, you started with Blink 182 and then you moved on to something else.
We have ADHD,
And it's
cuz.
where are you?
Yes. You need to
I'm so
YEW.
If you are anything like me, by the end of the school day, your body is done. You've been standing or walking laps around the classroom, probably picked up at least 300 pencils off the floor, and yet somehow your bed isn't even going to help you recover. That was me until I finally got smart and upgraded to the Brooklyn Bedding Signature Hybrid Mattress. Guys, I love this mattress. It has changed my life, my sleep, my quality of life. I'm not being dramatic. The last time I went out on the Board Teachers Comedy Tour, I really struggled because I knew our hotels were not going to have a Brooklyn Bedding mattress, and I was really sad about it. And I wasn't going to get the great sleep that I usually get at home, because I love this mattress. I picked the medium firmness, so it's perfect if you're a side sleeper or a back sleeper like I am. And it's the perfect combo of memory foam and coils, supportive, cozy, and it doesn't trap heat. I'm finally waking up without feeling like I got hit by a school bus. And I'll be honest, I always assumed that a mattress this good would cost half my salary. But Brooklyn Bedding makes everything in the US and ships straight from their factory, which keeps it super affordable. Plus, you get 120 nights to try it out. So if it's not love at first nap, you're covered. So if you're waking up more tired than when you went to sleep, yeah, it's time. Okay. Go to brooklynbedding.com, use promo code TOD at checkout, and you'll get 30% off site wide. But make sure you use the code on the last page of checkout to get that discount. That's brooklynbedding.com, promo code TOD. Your teacher body will thank you. brooklynbedding.com, promo code TOD.
And I'm so sorry.
Have you guys seen the college professor that like sings those songs to the kids that are
No.
falling asleep in his lecture?
Oh, yes.
He like puts
Oh,
his
my
hair over his
gosh.
face like this and starts
Yes,
singing it.
I have
So
seen
good.
it. That guy's hilarious. Does he have like a little boombox he walks or a little?
Yes,
little
he's
speaker?
hilarious.
Oh, I had a little like handheld speaker that I used to sing whenever I got bored.
In your
Hell
class?
yeah. There was a voice changer. I sound like what's his name? Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I cannot.
Oh,
Oh my
it was
god!
crazy.
I would
do
be
a little
so
shit.
mad at you if you were my teacher and you were spitting Alvin.
Oh my
to me.
God.
That
Like-
high pitched voice.
Yeah,
Sometimes
Get
it
away
gets to
from
a
me,
point
son.
where if it, like I had a class, you know the videos I made with like my adopted daughter,
Mhm.
the student I
Yeah,
had
yeah,
in
yeah.
12th grade, and now she's graduated. Her class was unnecessarily calm. They were all just like the nicest, most
chill.
professional kids in
Yeah.
the world. You tell them like open your Chromebooks to get to work, they're
Opens Chromebook.
I don't,
The whole
I don't
time.
even know what I would do.
you'll
with
never hear a
myself.
word, and they all have their headphones on, they're listening
Yeah,
to music, they're
yeah,
doing their work. It
yeah.
was too chill.
Yeah,
So I break out the microphone.
He said, "I'm bored."
yeah. We gotta have
There's
some
not
fun
enough
in
chaos
here.
in
no,
here.
I'm rapping like Nicki Minaj in Alvin and the Chipmunks voice. And I'm
Oh
like
my
up
God.
I'm up on the desk like this one is for the boys and the boomers. It's like
I be like, could you not?
it's no playing
please?
around.
I
Next
envision
time,
all
next
your
time I'm
kids
on the
ignoring you,
podcast,
though.
I'm gonna bring the microphone and then we're gonna rap. It's gonna be great.
Yo,
Oh my
imagine your
gosh.
students.
Can I
calling the
just dance
principal on
beside you guys while you're rapping?
I can do
good little
Juicy
shit.
by Biggie Smalls.
Yeah, I'll dance.
You got
Every word.
skills, man. You got
Yeah, no,
talent.
it's crazy. I love that song.
So the craziest parent teacher conference that I've ever heard,
Spring
and
back.
I've told this one before. but it's just too good not to tell
I'm
again.
excited.
There was a mom who murdered her husband's girlfriend.
Yes.
Before
True crime
parent-teacher
fanatic
conference.
over here.
And she came to parent-teacher conference to use it as her alibi. Now, this was when I first started. Somebody sent me this story when I very, very first started teaching. Or sorry, not when I first started teaching, but when I first started social media. When I had people like they would send their stories, and I didn't. It was like unsolicited. They would send it in and be like, and I'm like, surely this is not real. Now I don't know to this day, but I don't know that somebody would make that up. But they sent, and I'm talking about they sent it in detail. So the way that the teacher found out, and because I was just like, was the mom like aggressive or whatever?
Yeah.
Like when she came in, and she was
probably
like,
cool as a
no,
cucumber.
she
Yeah,
said
right?
she was chill. She got her
She
frustration
just got
out.
that like 40-yard stare. Just
Isn't that
she's
crazy?
just
That is like wild to me. You
That's
mean to
what
see me? I'm
you-
sitting here across from a killer.
could
You mean would she have
imagine?
stabbed me in the neck with a butter knife if her son had got a bad grade?
Not a butter knife.
The butter knife.
that's the
That'd be
dullest knife in the family of
crazy.
knives.
But she a killer. You don't need no. She can do it with a plastic butter knife. That is crazy to me. So the way that she
Calm
found
down.
out was the principal
Jesus.
called her in to say, like, hey, the parent that you met with this morning has been arrested because I guess the sheriff called
day
them and told them.
of?
Yeah, she killed that woman that morning, y'all, and then went into parent teacher conference.
Who'd she kill?
Her husband's girlfriend.
Okay, so he was cheating.
Yeah.
Oh, you killed the husband, not the girlfriend. Come on now.
It's like you imbecile. You killed the wrong person.
It ain't her fault. It's his fault.
It could have been her fault.
I'm deceased.
He has
Why
a
not kill them
choice.
both?
I hope that
There we go.
Yeah.
We'll
The
meet
more-
in the
Let's
middle,
leave
Tyler.
no questions unanswered.
the more that I think about this, the more that I hope this story is not true.
Well,
Yeah,
just
no,
think
it's a
about that
terrifying
kid,
story.
though.
I hope that story's
Oh
not
my
true.
gosh, think about that kid.
I mean,
because
because I've done social media since 2020. They sent me that story at the beginning of 2021, and I really hope that
Yeah.
it's not true.
Yeah.
I hope that like that was just something they made up from
Yeah.
like a pretend episode
That's
of
such
Dateline
a-
in their mind.
But you had
Awfully
somebody sent that into you?
Somebody sent that to me.
Specific
So,
thing.
you know, on YouTube, I do like the classroom horror story videos
yeah.
for the
Okay.
long form stuff. There was one that somebody sent in about a parent teacher conference where it was like, I was in my like third year of teaching and there was this one kid who was like horrible.
Mm.
Horrible. And he was like one of those kids where it was like, you'll be like, I'm going to call your dad. And he's like, dude, call him. My dad's going to be on my side.
Yeah.
100%. But like,
I
it
hate-
wasn't
I-
because like the teacher was doing anything crazy. It was because like the kid and the dad, I guess, were just like really tight. They're not going to like go against each other. So I guess like time had gone on and like the dad got really pissed off. And during the parent teacher conferences, the dad showed up with 2 pairs of boxing gloves
No.
and was like,
Let's
here you are.
settle this.
Imagine you get
And
your
then he
itch
puts
rocked by
his
your
on.
child's teacher.
I'm not getting my teeth knocked out by someone's dad.
You give me some boxing gloves.
I
I
would-
will knock your tent. What one of my students said? I'd knock your tooth loose.
Oh, I would lose
Bree,
all
you
my
do your
teeth.
job way too much.
No,
All
that's
I'm saying
crazy.
is, you better not. Hey, if you gonna be about it, because you can never walk up on me with no boxing gloves. Talking about some. My son said, "Sir,
You just got to let him hit you first.
no,
No.
Then you're
I-
golden, legally
no,
speaking.
you ain't gonna hit me."
I'm walking out of the room. I'm a pansy.
Let me tell you
okay?
something.
I'm not a fighter.
I don't fight people, and
Anna's
I
gone.
seem
I'm gone.
I seem a lot more aggressive than I am, but I've had to fight for my life in my life.
Yeah.
You ain't finna hit me. You ain't finna. I don't even like the insinuation that you trying to hit me.
Come to Teachers
Oh,
Off Duty
really?
Boxing,
Yeah. No,
where
'cause-
we're going to have a 1v1v1 fight.
I'd rather go
Right.
against Tyler than Bree.
As a teacher, we make about 1,000 decisions a day, at least. So when it comes to something like picking out new glasses, my brain is done. I do not have the time or energy to stand under fluorescent lights in a glasses store, surrounded by what feels like a million frames, and then trying to guess which frames look decent while a salesperson just like hovers over me. But Warby Parker has changed all of that. Warby Parker sent me 5 frames in my style to try on at home for free. Yeah, that's right. No pressure, no rush. Just me in my own space, figuring out what actually looks good. I even got to ask some friends and maybe a few brutally honest students for their opinions. And boom, I found the one. I've never gotten so many compliments on my glasses before, and I have the confidence to say, oh yeah, I'm the cool teacher. The quality of these glasses is next level. Warby Parker uses premium materials and designs every frame in-house. Their collection has something for literally every face shape and style. And starting at just $95, the price doesn't make you flinch. Prescription lenses are included with anti-reflective and scratch-resistant coatings. I was in desperate need of some quality sunglasses and went with their Domingo frames. They are so beautiful and have me ready for summer vacation. Plus, you can shop online, in-store, or do the at-home try-on like I did. Free shipping, free 30-day returns, and eye exams at many locations starting at just $85. Warby Parker has over 270 locations to help you find your next pair of glasses. You can also head over to warbyparker.com/TOD right now to try on any pair virtually. That's warbyparker.com/TOD. warbyparker.com/TOD.
And if
I'm calling my challenger now. I take Tyler.
That is the right choice. Because it could be the two of us against her.
Anybody would try to bop.
No, it could be us two against her. She'd go, poof,
Yes.
we both die. Yeah, we'd be
I
gone.
think y'all
Splat.
overestimate that I can fight. I
No.
probably would get beat
She
up,
would punch
but I
fifth grade
just-
math out of my head. It would not work out that well. No, that would be terrible. What were we talking about?
Mine
Let
is
me
a
ask
fear
you
response.
this. What would
It's
you
fear. I'm
do?
scared.
This didn't happen to me, but this happened a couple years ago. One of my teacher friends got an email she emailed the parents saying, yo, your kid's talking too much. She's a disruption,
Sure.
whatever. But nothing too crazy.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
hey, have a little talk with her.
Yeah.
The parent bounced back with, well, you clearly don't have classroom management because no one complains about my daughter. And they had to have like this sit down, like mediation with the principal because the parent was like dead set on that teacher having no classroom management
Oh,
skills.
no.
What would you, I think that's
No.
crazy. I'm like, what would,
That's fighting words.
At
Yeah,
that
that's
point, I
fighting
divert to the principal because if I say anything, I'm getting fired.
100%. I literally have,
have
sent
no-
emails. I've forwarded and been like, let me save you the hassle of
Yeah.
finding a new teacher if I respond to this.
The way my attitude is set up, don't ever come at me in that way.
yeah.
Please
I mean,
don't
we've
do that.
talked about this before.
Yeah, just come
The
respectful,
extent you
like-
have to go to get me really angry.
Yeah, like,
Right.
Don't.
I'm
and
like, have you met your child?
And I met my child.
Your child's like the
So that's
Tasmanian
okay.
devil inside of my classroom. He just
But also, do you know your kid though? And
Right.
even there's just in my mind, it's just a way as a parent. It's a way to approach things. It's like we tell
Right.
the kids,
Of course.
y'all get responses that y'all get because you came at the way you came at it.
Right.
Mhm.
Warranted the response that you got. It's a way. If my daughter's teacher, now I don't know how the lady said it.
Yeah.
If Peyton teacher send me an email or a text and say your daughter talk too much, I won't smoke because why you say it like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say it like, you know what I'm saying? You
100%.
can say what you're trying. I know my baby talk too much. I
Mhm.
talk
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
So you're not telling me nothing I don't already know.
Right.
What was your way that you said it?
Right.
What was my way that I gave you a response? If
Yeah.
you come and say, you know what I'm saying, hey, such and such is talking
Sure.
quite
Yeah.
a bit and it's disruptive to
Right.
the class.
Right.
My response is not gonna be, well, she don't got no problems. Why
Right.
are we deflecting?
Right.
100%.
Because the other teachers ain't emailing you because she don't have no problem in their class. Just
Right.
because you can't
Right.
exclude my class just because
Yeah.
the other classes are excluded.
You can't assume something about me as a teacher just because of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and,
You know, and
and
my-
quite frankly, when I was in school, it didn't matter how good a classroom management my teacher had. I was gonna talk.
Exactly. I was like, every report card in elementary school said Anna talks too much.
Yep.
And my parents always were like, I know they ain't lying.
Yeah,
like they
100%.
always believed my
Every time
teachers. They
Peyton-
knew it.
Every time Peyton has come home, because they still do them little colors,
Yep.
the red, yellow, green, or blue. The every time that Peyton comes home on yellow,
What's
it
yellow mean?
says- Yellow is just
Red
like
is bad, blue is good.
Okay,
Yeah, red
okay.
is I guess it's only yellow, red, and green.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
green means like they didn't get in trouble that day.
Good job.
Yellow means like, hey, we in the middle. Red means we had a day.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Red means you
This-
might see me tomorrow.
Yeah.
yeah.
Every time this semester that Peyton has been come home on yellow, it says talking during instructional time.
Yeah.
Or talking during classwork. She hadn't
Yeah,
gotten
it's
in
not
trouble
a
for-
secret. To,
It's not.
Yeah,
She
like-
ain't got in trouble for nothing else. And when I text her teacher's always super kind. I love her.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Peyton's teacher.
Of course.
I heart you, man. I love you.
That's awesome.
But
I heart
her
you too, man.
teacher,
Hearts all around.
That
her
just
teacher,
stared
she
down
just-
his soul.
it's a girl. It's a woman.
I heart you. What's her name?
I'm not gonna say her name.
No, we can't say her name.
I heart you.
She might not want her name on here, but
That's fair.
she's a good teacher. She's been teaching for a while. She's a good teacher. And when I text her, because as a teacher, you just feel bad when your kid get in trouble as a teacher.
Of course.
You're like, causing my teacher bested problems.
Yeah.
Don't talk during instructional time. So Peyton, I said, hey, mommy don't let her kids talk during instructional time. Be quiet when your teacher's talking. When her mouth is moving, guess what your mouth is doing? Peyton's like,
Yeah, exactly.
That's so
Exactly.
elementary kids are like, when she started doing it, I'm like, why she ain't saying nothing? And I realized that's what their teacher tells them to blow a bubble or something
Yeah,
like that when they
that's the
she's like,
best.
I'm like, what are you doing when your teacher's mouth is moving?
Peyton just sits in class all day.
So on it. she's holding her breath.
Not to
She's
laugh,
on like her
but
third minute.
I thought she was gonna say like, I'm supposed to be quiet or something. She goes,
So she knows what she should be doing.
yes. And I told her, I said, baby, I know sometimes you can't help it.
It's hard.
I said, but I need you to try to be quiet
Yeah.
while your teacher is talking. Just don't. If she's talking, you're not talking. I said, when you can talk at recess. She goes, well, mommy, we can also talk at lunch. And I'm like, okay, that's good.
Good.
So you
good
know the
point.
2 times
Yeah,
that you
you
can
know,
talk.
exactly.
Good point.
But
You're
I
making
think-
a solid argument right there. Good job, baby.
I think that the extent to which parents don't know their kids
Yeah.
or they act like they don't know their kids is crazy.
Well, we
Yeah.
also have this like maternal paternal instinct to protect our kids.
Of
Right.
course. Of
And
course.
Right.
I had to check myself when Peyton first got to school because at some point in time, like, which I talked about how Peyton struggled in kindergarten, but at some point in time, I was like, I remember thinking in my mind, and that because I'm a teacher, I corrected myself immediately. But I remember thinking in my mind, they're probably picking on my baby.
Poor kid.
She just spit milk. She just spit milk on nobody.
No, but it's like
Even though it's on cameras, that wasn't her.
It's
That
an
was a
oddly
ghost.
specific story
That
to
was
lie
the
about.
ghost of students
no, like
past.
when I produce offspring to change this world in a positive way, I am
Which you
aware
will.
of the fact
Tyler.
that when I get a call from this teacher and they're like, let's call him Caleb.
Caleb. Okay.
Caleb's
They're
good
like,
name.
Caleb won't shut up. My first thought could never be anything other than,
That sounds
That's
right.
Caleb.
yeah, that's probably Caleb.
It is Caleb.
If that's not Caleb, I don't know what is. And the thing is, I know what I was like as a little kid. And I now know what Rania was like as a little kid.
Yeah.
She had a little attitude.
Yep.
A little
these
bit.
little girls be having attitude.
She was perfectly fine, but if somebody if she sensed any level of disrespect, she would talk right
Yeah.
back to you, you know?
That's how I was.
And
yeah.
I was psychotic. So I think that
Tyler was like, I'm gonna try to make their
yeah,
life.
and when
He
you
was
mesh those two
unmedicated
genetics, you have the
time.
when you mesh those genetics, you have the possibility
Yeah.
of creating a little goblin.
Well, have you guys, to me,
You got to be aware of these things.
Goblin is crazy.
just envision like a little green
It's just
creature
like
with-
just
Yeah.
running through.
That's exactly how I would have
Hyperspeed.
100%.
But the most awkward parent-teacher conferences is when the parent does know they have a little goblin,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're in the middle of a therapy session
Mm-hmm.
with the mom, the kid, and you,
Mhm.
and they're just lecturing them,
Mhm.
Yep.
and not therapy session, a lecture section,
Mm.
and they're just, this is what you're gonna do, and you're just sitting there like,
Hey, sometimes
Yeah.
I
they
don't
be,
want to be here
Yeah,
anymore.
it's horrible.
sometimes they be cussing them out, and
Horrible.
I be like,
I
I
know.
don't want to get cussed out, but hey,
Yeah.
I can't fight. But
Could we just wait till you get
No,
home for
no,
that?
you gonna
Yeah.
cuss
But
me
you
out too?
appreciate
No,
it because we're like, okay, they're taking me seriously.
Of course.
But at the same time, you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
In a way, I'm
Yeah.
like, I look at the kid like, I'm so sorry. I'm so
no.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
But
I didn't know it was gonna be like this.
But I think a big part of growing up is realizing like there were battles my mom fought for myself and my brother. We were so in the wrong.
Oh, what that?
We
Oh
were
my gosh.
2,000% in the wrong. We were little nightmares. There was a time that I stole some kid's bike and then rode it to school. Right? And I brought it to school.
Say it right. We would not.
Right hand to God, this is a real story. Like
You're
that
a little
weekend.
felon.
That weekend.
He's a
there,
wee
oh,
little felon.
I've told you this before. I was a nightmare when I was in middle school. This was a nightmare situation.
Yeah.
My brother and I had left a football game at Danvers High School, and we were walking back. And from Danvers High School to my parents' house, you go through these like little neighborhoods, and we didn't want to walk, and there was a bike on the side of the road. So we were like, all right, well, wheels are better. And then we
Oh,
picked it
boy.
up, and then we rode back. But the problem is that my dumbass brought the thing to school, and then I got
Probably
called
not a
into the
smoke.
principal's office, and the bike was there, and I thought writing my name on the bike made it mine. So I did that.
What grade is this?
You're probably 12.
sixth, seventh,
Yeah.
How you thought it was yours in 6th grade?
because my name was on it,
Be
which
so for
means it's
real.
mine.
Be so for real.
And then
He
my
knew
mom
better.
would come in and she'd be like, they would wouldn't even think of stealing anything. Never mind a bike. A bike?
When y'all
You think
say-
my kids would steal a
When
bike?
y'all say never, they go
And then
your
they
child
roll
never.
in the bike with your name on it. She's
Yeah.
like, well, I didn't
And
buy that
she's like,
bike.
what? He's the only Tyler in the school? And I'm like, yeah, I'm the only Tyler in the school, idiot. And then they're like, well, whose bike? That could be anybody's bike. You're just framing my kid because his name's Tyler. And I'm like, yeah, you don't like my name?
Tyler co-signing his mama is crazy.
Oh,
100%.
Oh
And then
my
you know what
gosh.
happened? We didn't get in trouble.
Are you freaking serious?
You're the problem, Tyler.
100%.
You stole that bike and you ain't get in trouble?
Are you hearing the conversation we're having?
would've.
Crazy time. Half the time, we're not wrong, right?
my
Like half the time, we're like, Tyler stole the bike, and then he wrote his name on the bike, making us think he didn't steal the bike,
And he still got by
but he
with it.
stole it. Yeah, and then he wrote it to school because his IQ is not that high yet.
If getting away with murder was
Yeah.
person, because what?
Yeah, no, it's wild.
Can you imagine? Y'all know those parent-teacher conferences where you got the ones that like the parent gets onto them and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, and then their behavior changes. It'd be killing me the one the parents get onto them, behavior be the same.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had a
Yeah.
kid. We had a parent-teacher conference. The kid left the parent-teacher conference and got in trouble.
Yeah.
What we had going on?
You
The
know what's
kid-
even.
While the parents were there,
The parent had not left the daggum parking lot yet.
Yeah, I believe it. Oh, I
I'm
believe that.
scared of my mama.
that's
I believe
crazy.
it.
At 35, you
Yeah.
could never have to call Tracy up there to the school for me or Bria or Tony or Tanai and think I'm going to turn around and get in trouble before Tracy had ever left the parking lot. But y'all must be
Hell
crazy.
no.
Those
No.
are the
Must
kids
be
that
crazy.
are BAD bad.
Man, and then there's people like, there's no such thing as bad kids. Girl, shut up.
Yeah.
Will you shut up, please?
Shut up.
I need you to stop talking right
It's like,
now.
I can't stand when people, it's like, I kind of understand the premise of what they're
I
saying.
get it. I get it.
understand what you're saying, but stop.
I think
Like,
some
please
kids,
stop.
kids sometimes like to be bad. You
They
know?
do. I
It's-
was
they
bad.
wanna
Oh,
see how
100%.
far they
when I was a
can
kid.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved a good fight
like
when I
that.
was a kid.
Give me some excitement in my
Yeah,
life.
Yeah,
let me see how
100%.
far I can take it. Let's see how far, why
Yeah,
not?
like God bless a statute of limitations, because holy crap.
That's the ADHD in all three of us.
Yeah. I'm a pyro. You,
You
have
and your
no
soft
idea.
temples.
Yeah,
A pyro.
me and my
You and your soft
yeah.
temples.
No, I just pass out.
Like there's parents that whenever you start talking to them about stuff, they're like, well, what should I do? And I'm like, I'm not the
I
parent.
be stressed out when they ask me what should I do. Girl,
And
I'm barely parenting my
I'm like,
6-year-old. I need help too.
I'm
I
like,
have
dude, I
two
burned
dogs, ma'am.
cereal.
I don't
What do you want me to
know.
do?
I burned
I
cereal.
burned cereal. Why are you asking me?
Gotta
I haven't
finish
showered
the
in 2 days. Stop
but then,
talking to me.
But then I'm like, well, how about they don't get their phone for a couple days? And they're like, well, no.
What
no.
you ask me for then?
I was like, well, maybe the Xbox. No.
What you ask me for then?
Right. It's like, to me, that's what I think I would do to a middle school child of my own is like, that's a big,
Yeah.
to me, I would think that's life
I'm
ending
sorry,
to
but
them,
Sure.
to
I'm
take
sorry,
their
but
phone
we
from
can't
them.
play Minecraft. It helps with Peyton every time, man.
Yeah.
Right.
She wants to play Minecraft.
Yeah.
I didn't even think Peyton liked
I've actually
Minecraft.
heard a lot of good things
I
about like
didn't know
games
that-
like that and
Peyton
Roblox.
loves Minecraft.
Young kids could play like that.
I had no idea. My 6-year-old can build it. She's like, Mommy, look, this is how you build a torch. And I'm like,
She's a
are
little
those
engineer.
zombies?
Yeah, meanwhile, I was
Zombies in
in
this
7th
game?
grade playing GTA, driving on the sidewalk.
Yep.
It's like,
Yep.
no wonder Peyton's her way and I'm this way. You know?
Peyton, she's like, Mommy, watch this. And then, kids be like, watch this, and then do some
Yeah.
little kick or jump. You waste my time. I thought you was finna do something.
I'm sitting here on the
She's
edge
in
of
there
my
building
seat.
a whole city on Minecraft. That's
She's
something
actually-
to look at.
Yeah,
My baby
100%.
I'm like, girl, you are creative.
Yeah.
One time she took all of my yellow construction paper and made like a really long Rapunzel braid. Drew the
I've heard a couple of things about
Listen,
Rapunzel and Peyton.
She drew
loves
the line,
Rapunzel.
like she drew the X's and cut it out. Took some of her hair bows and pinned
Shut
it into
up.
her hair. I said, girly pop, where you get that from? She said, Mommy, look, I made this. I'm like, oh, you used all my freaking light bright paper.
It's
That
all,
stuff is expensive.
it's all fun and
What am
games
I
until
gonna do
she's
with my
like, I
bulletin
want to
board
make it
now?"
even better.
Do you know that my little ADHD baby cut her hair when we went to the White House to meet the first lady? My baby, I came back. Now Peyton's hair is long, y'all. Little mixed kids got
She
that
was
long
with
curly
you?
hair. No, fool, she was not with me. When
She was
we-
at home?
Yes, she was with her mama.
Mom went to
I
the
go to
White
meet the
House
first lady
and
and
she
you-
went to the barber's.
Peyton took some scissors and baby just, and I'm talking about went to town.
She was having a
She
good
was
time.
with your mom?
She was with her dad. She was with her grandma, her Joel's mom. She was with my ex-husband's mom. And just cut her. I said, Peyton Julie, why would you do it, Mommy? I don't know. You better figure out.
Well, I'm going to cut the rest of it
mean,
off
I
pretty
don't know?
soon. No,
I
absolutely
said,
not.
I had to have astronomical heartburn when I was pregnant with you to grow that hair. I thought I was growing Chewbacca. My heartburn was so bad.
Is
You
that
didn't
what
tell me-
happens?
Yeah,
you get
you have
heartburn when they're
terrible
growing
heartburn.
I
hair?
heard.
Yes. That's you get terrible heartburn.
Did
It won't-
she
you
feel
won't
bad
get it.
afterwards?
I know I'm not. That's why I'm thanking God.
Teachers love wine. Okay, I don't make the rules, but after a day of being asked 47 times what we're doing in class today, even though I've said the directions 3 times already, there is nothing better than coming home, kicking off my shoes, and pouring a glass of something delicious. That's why I am obsessed with Naked Wines. They make it so easy to get really good wine, like fancy tasting, I know a guy in Napa good, delivered right to your door. No guessing in the grocery store aisle, no overpriced bottles that end up tasting like grape juice with an attitude. Here's the deal. Naked Wines works directly with independent winemakers, so you get award-winning bottles without all of the markups. It's like cutting out the middle school drama and going straight to the source. I recently cracked open a bottle of their red blend from Argentina, and guys, it was everything. Smooth, bold, didn't need a fancy meal. Good thing, because I wasn't going to make one. Just some couch time and a new episode of reality TV. Right now, you can get 6 bottles for just $39.99 with code TOD at nakedwines.com. That's like less than what I spend on Teachers Pay Teachers a week. No membership fees, no pressure. You could pause or cancel anytime. Just really, really good wine from people who love making it for people like us who definitely love drinking it. Now is the time to join Naked Wines community. Head to nakedwines.com/TOD, click enter voucher, and put in our code TOD for both the code and password for 6 bottles of wine for just $39.99 with shipping included. That's $100 off your first 6 bottles at nakedwines.com/TOD and use the code and password TOD for 6 bottles of wine for $39.99.
So Peyton is like a really girly girl. And so
Really?
Really?
that's what I thought. No, listen, because
That's adorable.
No, I
The
literally
astonishment is so hurtful.
No, literally, y'all. I am surprised that I have such a girly girl.
Yeah.
Because I literally just started dressing like super girly
Sure.
this year.
Yeah.
Like I still
We've talked about that
it's so
before.
it's so new that I was like getting packed for the podcast and I was like, I'm still gonna wear athletic clothes for the
Yeah,
podcast.
of course.
Yeah.
Of
We're in
course.
transition
there
into the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've dressed nice every day this week. Podcast, athletic
We'll
clothes
be
still.
fine.
Well, we're just chatting. It's
But
comfy time.
Peyton is the cutest little. I just bought her like some little ballet slippers.
Oh.
I just bought a little ballet leotard, like 2 of them with a little skirt on it that twirls. She loves every Disney princess. She's got every single Disney princess dress, and like her little dresses that I bought her from Disney, from Magic Kingdom. I got them when she was like a 5T. And
Okay.
she's like a 6. She's a
Okay.
6 now. And so the dress is like kind of tied up tight. I want you to know that my baby pulled the dress to right here. Like she has her little shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
And she pulls the dress right here and has tied the sleeves in the back to make it look like a ball gown at the bottom.
She's
I said, I will have you know.
That's kind of genius.
I was like, what?
She's logical. That's like logical to do that.
Y'all,
She's like,
that
I will
baby be so-
repurpose this.
I'm gonna have Peyton dress me for the next podcast.
She be
Please.
cute, y'all. She is a girly girl. One time we were
She
walking.
should do our outfits one time.
Yeah.
One time we were walking,
100%.
y'all, we would be looking crazy.
Yeah.
I
Like,
would love it.
she was walking down the stairs one day. This is when I knew she was like such a little girly girl. And she was walking downstairs. She goes, "Ew, mommy, water." Like I was like, "Girl, I will." I said,
Ew,
"Hey."
mommy, water.
Yeah, like it got on her hand. Peyton don't like nothing on her hands. She won't eat any. She don't eat any condiments. No ketchup. No mustard. Nothing. She don't. No
Oh,
honey mustard. No
man.
barbecue sauce. She don't like nothing on her hands.
What is she going keto? What? Why?
No,
Right?
she only eats chicken and French fries, and lemonade,
Okay.
and Parmesan noodles, and
Oh,
Oh,
Cheez-Its,
that sounds good right now.
and
by the way.
Cheez-Its.
I'd be down for any of that. That
But no,
whole
like-
menu, I'm down.
I just
But I need some sauces.
No,
Yeah.
Peyton don't like. I've tried to get Peyton to eat sauces. She won't eat any of them.
So
but-
I'm curious. Since you're the only one here with a kid, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. Have you had experiences where you've had to go into parent-teacher conferences with teachers that you didn't like?
Ooh.
Did Peyton have any teachers that you didn't like?
Because she's only had a couple.
I'm being
probably.
1,000. I would tell you if I ain't like them. Because
Yeah,
you know me, I
yeah.
don't lie, baby. The teacher that she had in kindergarten was like her grandma.
Okay.
And I love her.
Aw.
She treated my baby like that baby was if it
Mhm.
wasn't for her, and shout out to Miss Taylor, because I can say her name, because I know
Yeah.
her.
There you
personally.
go.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Miss Taylor, because child, we wouldn't have made it in kindergarten. And then the teacher that she has now, she had a preschool teacher, and she was fantastic. But no, I haven't had any teachers that Peyton don't like.
Yeah.
That I don't like.
My mom had to have a parent-teacher conference with my first grade teacher, which is still to this day my favorite teacher of all time.
Okay.
First grade. But
You
I
remember
loved her.
your first grade
That's
teacher?
like the only teacher I
was gonna
remember
say, I
for
don't
some
remember
reason.
none.
I don't
Isn't
remember
that
what I had
crazy?
for breakfast.
But
Yeah, I
because
remember
I
first grade.
struggled, so I was the youngest kid in my class.
Okay.
So I was a year behind everybody else.
Mhm.
And she set my mom down and was like, listen, I'm going to hold her back and make her do first grade again if something doesn't change.
Yeah.
And my first grade teacher, my mom would like make a plan weekly.
That's
Sure.
how me
So
and
that,
Peyton's
yes,
teacher did for
and she
kindergarten. That's how
worked with
passed
my
kindergarten.
mom so much, and my
Mhm.
mom would work with me at home every single day after school, and I passed the first grade. And I never struggled. I mean, I struggled with school because I had ADHD, but like, you know, she got me on grade level with my reading
That's
and
how
whatnot.
Peyton
Sure.
was in kindergarten.
And so,
Yep.
like, that's what, you know, when I hear that, I'm like, man, you know, that's what I wish that I could have with some of my students' parents, like that relationship where, like, let's make a game plan.
Exactly.
And most parents want that. They're like,
I
I want to
have
make the game plan and figure it
I haven't had
out.
a lot of negative interactions.
I
with
really haven't
parents.
either.
I genuinely have not. And there are
Now-
some teachers' parents be giving them hell.
Oh, right?
And I really haven't had a lot of, I've been blessed. Like
I've been super blessed too.
Yeah.
But my first year of teaching, though, I had a kid. I was teaching 11th grade, and this
You
kid.
taught 11th grade, your first year teaching is crazy.
Yeah, my first 3 years in the Bronx. Yeah, that's what I taught. English 11th grade.
Been about it.
Yeah, and
I've
I
decided
had a.
I don't want to fight her.
Yes.
I actually think she could.
I'll
be,
just start headbutting the wall.
I've
and then you
broken
two
up
can
some
fight.
wild
think
fights.
Oh, I believe that.
And I do get
Respectfully.
like an adrenaline going, you know, whenever you have to break up a fight. Like,
Sure.
I've been in a lot of crazy situations just from, you know, I've taught in some interesting schools.
Sure.
But so this kid, 11th grade, plagiarized an entire essay. And I was like, dude, I copied like his first paragraph into Google. It was copied and pasted the whole 5-paragraph essay.
Yep.
So I set him down. I said, listen, you're going to get a 0, or you can just redo it.
Yeah.
And we'll pretend this never happened. I'm going to explain what plagiarism is to you.
Sure.
You can't do this. This is what that is.
Right.
Don't do it again. He's like, cool. He redid it. He got probably like a C on the essay. He wasn't a great writer, but like he did it,
but he
whatever.
did his
Much
work.
better
Sure.
than a
He
0,
redid it,
right?
yeah.
Exactly.
So then I didn't call his parents or anything.
Mhm.
Then a couple weeks later, he did it again. And so this time I called his parents and I've talked to his dad, and his dad was so mad at me.
At you?
At me. So mad. How, like, because he was mad that I didn't tell him the first time. And I was like, well, the first time, like, you know, it was like a trial and error. I'm like, hey, you know, you can't do this. I thought it was like a learning lesson. I thought
Yeah.
I was doing him a solid, the
Yeah,
kid, you
yeah.
know, like.
Did he redo it?
So the second time, his dad was so mad that he went to my principal and was like, I'm gonna get other parents to rally against Miss K. Like, he was so mad that I hadn't told him the first time. And it was the first and one of the only bad experiences I've really had with a student's parent. I really don't have bad ones, but it was my first year and I was terrified.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, and your son in 11th grade at his big age.
Right.
He should have told you.
Yeah. And I was like, it's,
After
and the second time he did it, when I called the dad, I was like, hey, this is the second time he's done it. Obviously, I'm going to let him do it again for the second time. But I just thought you needed to know that because he's going to go to college. He was planning on going to college and being
Sure.
a college athlete. And I was like, you know, he can't do this. And I think the dad was worried about him being an athlete and
Yeah.
getting in trouble. And I was like, he's not in trouble. I'm just calling to let you know. But the
But
dad
in
just
his
saw
mind-
red.
Yeah.
In his mind, the second time he did it, in the dad's mind, he thought I could have prevented him from doing it the second time if he would have told me about it the
Right.
first time.
Yeah.
So I kind of learned that, like,
But still, sir, don't come
It
at me
was-
with all that pomp and circumstance.
like, it wasn't fair to me at all. I wasn't the one who
didn't
did anything
know.
wrong.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
didn't
know.
know.
Yeah.
I'm a first year teacher. I have no idea what I'm doing anyway.
True.
Yeah.
And I was trying to, like, my first year, I definitely made the mistake of trying to be like the cool teacher and super
Yeah.
chill.
Mm.
I am not that anymore. I'm not that. I mean, I like to have fun and we
I'm
like
so
to laugh.
Not chill.
No, I'm so not
You
chill.
don't even understand.
Oh my God, my first period kids are always like, Miss K, can you take it down like 5 notches?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm like singing in a good mood. We're gonna learn today. But we're also
100%.
I'm very serious at the
Yeah.
same time.
That teacher that used to play that, I had a teacher in high school. Our classes started at 7:10. And every Monday, my freaking teacher would play this song, Monday. I'm still traumatized by that ish. And I'm 35
It's
years
called
old.
Monday?
Yep. So good to me.
Was she singing?
Monday. Yes. And I was about LSU style somewhere. I don't want to hear Monday.
You know, I play
that's
almost
totally
every
something I would
single
do.
morning.
What?
Oh my God. If any of my students, for God knows what reason, from my very first class, my homeroom was 5th grade at this first school. And every single morning, I don't know why, I'd play Nobody Gonna Break My Stride. Nobody Gonna Slow Me Down. The kids were
I
so...
got to keep on moving. See, I would love that.
That's how
I'd
it's
be
supposed
into
to
it.
go. But the
Yes.
kids were like, shut up. They hated me.
I think anytime we sing, they get irritated.
Oh.
They're like, please stop. Sometimes I
Oh.
sing just to
all
make them
the time.
uncomfortable.
Oh, let me find
All
out
the
that you
time.
hate when I sing.
I will be randomly, they'll be working on something and I'll randomly go, the best time to wear a striped sweater is all the time. One with a collar.
What is this?
That's...
Cause when you're wearing, it's from SpongeBob.
I feel so left out right now. My heart
Anna,
is so
you
sad.
watch SpongeBob?
I did. I don't
Were you
remember that
raised in a
song.
cavern?
Shut up.
I've
Tyler.
watched
You didn't see
SpongeBob.
that episode?
I don't remember.
The striped sweater?
Are you see the Krusty Krab pizza one? The Krusty Krab pizza.
Yeah,
Is
that
the
one I know.
pizza.
All
but I
right,
don't
then
know
sing
the
it, go.
words. I don't know the
The
words.
Krusty Krab pizza. Pizza. No? Okay.
I'm starting to
CAMPFIRE.
think she doesn't know what
I think
the
they're gonna.
Krusty Krab
I
Shut
think
up.
they're gonna fire me.
No, they're
because I
not.
don't know my SpongeBob.
You ain't
songs.
hired. I don't know my SpongeBob.
Okay, ready?
song.
Ready? Wait, finish the line. It's not just a boulder.
Yeah, I don't know
Nah,
that
she's
one.
out. She's
I don't
out.
know that one.
Okay, bye guys.
It's not just a boulder. It's a rock.
And a
I hate
rock-
both of you.
A rock.
Thank you.
She just lying. Are you lying?
No. I don't remember the rest of the song, but I know what you're talking about. Remember when they stole the balloon on Free Balloon Day? You remember
No.
that one?
Yes, I remember that one.
What
I know
you-
all of them.
You
He's
wanna fight-
lying.
No, I remember it.
Oh, you want to hear
Can't
something
do the
cool?
time, don't do the crime.
I do remember.
Tell me I'm
that
wrong.
one.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not.
I used to put SpongeBob on trial in my middle school classroom for Mr. Krabs' murder. Yes, I did.
What?
And that's how I introduced argumentative writing. Yes, I
Anna,
haven't. I'm sending it to you, Bree.
Forgetting that we both
Yes.
teach
No,
English.
Mr.
It was-
Krabs is a capitalist. He was asking for it.
Mr. Krabs is crazy. His character
He
is
gets
crazy.
murdered in. There's 27 pieces of textual evidence, but it's about the crime scene, and they're all numbered 1 through 27.
Oh, you're a way better teacher than me.
In
I
half
want to do
the
this
kids,
right now.
It's so much fun. I found it off. It was online somewhere, and I found it, and I'll send it to you. I'll email it to you. It's so much fun.
Are you
The
not going to
kids
email
love
it to
it.
me? What's wrong with you? I want to
I
do this
don't-
in my house.
I don't like you that much.
Oh,
You didn't make her feel bad.
you
for
see
not
her
knowing
getting real? I didn't make her feel bad. She should have
You
seen the
left
episode.
me out,
something.
Tyler.
I would-
You brought that on yourself.
No,
left
she
me out,
started
Tyler.
it. She started with the striped sweater conversation.
Hey, listen.
Wait, Bree.
This is a rite of passage. Since you already beat me at rock paper scissors, I need to see if you can beat Anna at rock paper scissors.
No, this will be easy.
The ADHD in us.
Rock.
Wait, no, I'm not ready yet.
He's got to look in
Okay,
your
go
eyes
again.
to see what he thinks you're.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Done.
How do you know?
I wasn't sure what she was going to do first, which is why we tied. But the
How
second
do
one
you
was easy.
know?
Do it one more time. Come on.
He gonna beat you every
Come
time.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah, done.
Tyler, how do you know?
Because I'm a genius.
I'm about to kick you out of that chair. Tell me how you know.
Kick me out of the chair.
I was looking in his eyes. I was like, maybe I'll just figure it
think-
out along the way.
I honestly think that he looks at something with your hands.
No, he was
before
looking
he-
dead in my eyes.
Yeah. He's looking to her soul. That's all you got to do.
I
Do you know how to
tried.
shadow box?
Shadow box? Like pretend to fight people?
No, goof troop. It's what.
That's what I thought it was too.
Yeah, I
No,
thought
y'all
shadow
remember
boxing.
y'all remember the kids doing.
Oh,
this,
where you go like this and that and
I-
smack people?
I'm like, guys.
I don't. I
No,
think
you
I was a
don't
little
smack
too
them.
old for that.
No. Okay, so like if I do up and you go up, you would be out.
What?
Yeah.
So then, if
Oh,
you do
all right.
up
So
and
what?
I
We
go
say like
down-
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
All right,
1, 2,
go.
3, go.
1, 2, 3.
No, you took too long.
I don't
You
know how to
gotta do
do
it
this.
quick. You gotta
You
do
gotta
it
go
quick.
All right,
fast.
go.
Yeah.
You didn't say 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
You guys look
You're out.
so-
You cheated though. You paused. We gotta be
didn't
quick,
pause.
Anna.
I don't even. Okay. I'm going first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're out already. You're both out. You guys
Alright, come on,
both
Tyler.
suck at these games. You say 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, go.
I like how you're like.
Okay, we're bad.
This is
The kids do it fast too.
Yeah,
They be
the
like,
kids do it crazy
I've
fast.
seen kids doing it like from across the gym. Like one kid's sitting on one side of the gym and the other kid's on the other side, and they're playing. I'm like, you guys look ridiculous.
not.
I've seen videos
Stop
of kids
it.
doing it with tortillas, and then whoever gets it wand, they
They get
slap
a
the shit out of
smack,
them.
yeah.
Yeah,
This
it's
generation
crazy.
of kids, I love them.
No, it's insane.
Remember when
Well, I did tell them, I'm like, this is so creative for you to just
They
waste
are
your time a
creative.
little bit, like
Yeah.
fill in
They
your
are
time.
creative.
Look at that.
They are
Honestly, I
creative.
want to know like if they have any games that they want us to play on here. Because
Oh
I
my
feel like
God,
a
that would be
trivia,
really fun.
yo, a trivia,
Yes.
a person recognition game would be fun.
they
person,
want us
I
to
would
do,
lose the person recognition.
Dang, I
for
wish
sure.
I wish I could go get it out of my book bag, but they want us to do. They want us to play the game, whatever the game on Squid Games. That it's like the cards are like it's like some type of folded paper, and you have to throw it down. And it smacks the paper,
Yes.
and it has to flip it over.
Oh, I'm down. Let's play it.
I'll show it to you afterwards.
so
but
down.
one of my students, he gave me both of his.
Did you notice
They're like
We
the
should do
construction.
that.
ADHD teachers? We didn't talk anything about.
Yes, we did. We've been talking about parent-teacher conference for 30
That was
Yes!
probably 10% of the
Here's
conversation.
the thing.
more
you
or less than
think-
10% of the conversation.
Do you think?
Less.
Do you think the people that watch this podcast want us to stay on topic? The
You
entire
tell
time?
us.
Yeah.
Do you like when we stay on topic, or do you like when
Don't
we just
even
like
open
ADHD our way
Pandora's
out of
box
it?
like
I
that,
love
bro.
it.
Don't
No,
ask.
I read the comments like a psychopath on
You
my
do?
on my podcast and
You
my
don't strike
videos
me as
on
a
these
comment
podcasts
reading
all the
person.
time. Well, I want to know like the analytics. I want to know what people like.
Yeah.
I'd be
That's
scared to
probably
read the
smart.
If
comments. I don't like
400,000
to
people like to
criticize.
comment saying like do more classroom horror stories, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna lean right into that.
You better lean into it.
My whole
Guys,
life
I
is a
wanna play
classroom horror
games
story.
on
I wanna
here.
play
think
games.
I'm
that'd be
down. Next time we
super
come in, we should
fun.
play games.
I want to play
Yeah.
games. I'm
We
gonna
should do
ask my
trivia
students.
too.
We should.
I'm bad
I
at
want to do the
trivia.
person
I love
recognition
trivia.
thing. I think that'd be
What's
hilarious.
the person recognition thing?
Like when you put someone up on the screen, you're like, "Who is that?"
I'd be
I wouldn't
terrible
know
at-
anybody.
Oh,
I'm horrible.
I'm
at
not
I bet you
great
would
at
beat
it.
us.
I would.
He would be
It depends on if we're doing like
everybody's name.
if we're doing it depends. I'm not going
I
with
could
like
do
actors
like
or
old
actresses.
school people, but the newer generation, I
I
don't know
don't know
anybody.
who none of these
Okay.
folks is.
Yeah.
You let us know what you want us to play.
Yeah.
It would be
It
like
was
a
a fun
good
episode.
mix.
It
Yeah.
was fun.
It was a
Y'all
good
were
one.
Fun.
We have
I
fun.
little ADHD squirrel brains.
It goes by fast.
It does.
It does.
Hey, this
All
is
right.
We
I like
beep
the
bop
new- I
around.
like
Who
the
are
new
you?
podcast studio too.
Who am
Where
I?
can people find you?
Where are you?
And
Who am
I'm so sorry.
Cause tonight will be the night.
Two different songs. Bree,
Let me be, man.
you can't mix Blink-182 with other bands.
I pull
What
up
is
at
the
the
other
club,
band?
VIP,
The
gas
other one?
tank on Eba, all drinks on me. Wipe me down. No, okay. Tell the people who you are.
I mean, I'm with it. That was, it was
Listen.
dope.
I'm from Memphis. What you know about me? Big G L O N the G L E.
Rania interviewed her recently.
Are you
Yeah.
freaking
Shut
serious?
up.
Cuban, no Cuban. My hair is
She's got a
layered.
sick accent.
Yes. Oh, I
Yeah.
love
Where's
her
she from?
accent.
Memphis. Oh my God, that's
She
great.
say everything. Her
That's
album is
fair.
Yeah.
everything.
All right,
Oh.
go ahead. Where can they find you?
Y'all, I'm Anna Kowal. Read Away with Miss K. This was so much fun.
No, so
This was a
much
good
fun.
time.
I'm Honest Teacher Vibes. I'm on all platforms. Honest Teacher VZ.
Fishing for Cloud on TikTok and YouTube. Tyler Jakowski Official on Facebook and Instagram.
And check out, are you going to tell them?
Oh, yeah, no. And I started a
Yes.
company. I started a company to reward teachers
Yes,
for all the stuff that they do.
sir.
You know what our slogan is?
What is it?
Giving back to those who give their all.
Oh,
Isn't that nice?
I want a t-shirt.
I like that. I
want
don't
him
have
to
any
make a-
t-shirts.
You need to make.
I
put
can
that
make
on a
America's Heroes
t-shirt.
t-shirt.
You should.
So basically, America's Heroes is a contest company where we allow teachers to come in, they make profiles, they tell their whole story about what they do in the classroom, how they're a hero, and why they deserve a little pay raise. They promote themselves to everyone around them, and then whoever has the most votes gets a prize. Sometimes it's money, sometimes it's a trip. In January, we had our first winner. Kimberly won $5,000. She's a teacher in New Jersey,
That
a
was
mother of
5,000
3.
of
She's been
Tyler's
crushing
dollars.
it. Yeah, 5,000 of this dude's money.
Dang,
Yikes.
that's amazing.
But yeah,
Yeah,
if you're
yes.
a teacher, you know a teacher, go to americasheroescontest.com. Get yourself registered today. We do
That's what's
bi-monthly
up.
contests.
That's
So
what's up.
Awesome.
That's what's
it'll
up.
happen.
All right. Well,
right.
follow the Board Teachers Comedy Tour. Follow Teachers Off Duty Podcast. Follow Board Teachers. We love y'all. Thank you for joining this episode.
Yes, sir.
Bye, best friends.
See ya.
Bye, buddy.